Hello everybody. Yes, I know, 3 times a day, kind of crazy. Sorry, I'm eating something. But so yeah, I'm just eating ice cream right now. Anyways, I'm doing another Daisuke one shot from the same book that I did last video. I really like this book. I love it. It's very cool. With that being said, there's just gonna be fluff. At least that's what I'm saying. At least that's what the author says. With that being said, let's get on with the story. The thrum of bass heavy music echoed through the house, mingling with the chatter of high schoolers reveling in the freedom of a Friday night. The air was thick of a mix of cologne, perfume, and a faint tang of alcohol. You and Daisuke arrived a little while ago, already soaking in carefree energy in the night. Daisuke wasn't a party animal by any means, but he came because you asked him to. You promised he'd have fun, and he reluctantly agreed as long as he could stay by your side. Now the two of you were on the dance floor, beating the beat of the music guiding your movements. You laughed as Daisuke twirled you, a playful smirk on his lips. His rhythm wasn't perfect, but his enthusiasm made up for it. You're really getting into it, you teased, leaning closer so he could hear you over the music. Don't get used to it, he shot back, his eyes crinkling it with amusement. This is a special occasion. Daisuke wasn't lying. He rarely indulged in things like this, but tonight he was determined to let loose. For you. Sorry. After a few more songs, he leaned into his ear. I'm going to the bathroom. Be right back, okay? He nodded, reluctantly letting go of your hand. Don't take too long, he said, his tone teasing. As you weaved through the crowd, you bumped into someone you hadn't seen in years. Autumn? You said, blinking in surprise. A tall, lean boy turned toward you, his face lighting up with recognition. Oh my god, listener? He exclaimed. I didn't expect to see you here. You smiled, instantly swept up in the nostalgia seeing your childhood best friend. Same, how have you been? The two of you quickly fell into a conversation, reminiscing about old times and catching up on what you missed in each other's lives. Autumn was animated, his hand officially brushing your shoulders as you laughed at your stories. Meanwhile, Daisuke leaned against the wall, scanning the crowd. Minutes passed, and you still hadn't returned. A pang of worry started in his chest. What was taking you so long? He pushed off the wall, making his way towards the hallway where the bathrooms were located. As he turned the corner, his steps faltered. You were standing there with some guy, smiling, your eyes bright with laughter. The boy, Autumn, Daisuke would learn later, had his hand casually resting on your shoulder. Daisuke's chest tightened. It wasn't like him to feel this way. Ow! Sorry. Gee, what is that? Anyways, it wasn't like him to feel this way. He'd always trusted you implicitly and never been the jealous type. But now an unfamiliar feeling stirred in his gut. Jealousy? Sorry, I closed my door. Anger? Frustration? Whatever it was, he hated it. He rolled his eyes, forcing himself to take a breath before walking over. Hey, babe, he said smoothly, slipping an arm around your waist. His grip was firm, his fingers resting just above your hip. You looked up, startled but pleased to see him. Oh, Daisuke, this is Autumn, you said, gesturing to your old friend. We used to be best friends when we were a kid. Autumn, this is Daisuke, my boyfriend. Daisuke's lips curled into a polite smile. His eyes stayed locked on Autumn as their intensity unmistakable. Nice to meet you, he said, and his tone even but laced with something subtle, something protective. Autumn extended a hand, which Daisuke shook briefly before letting go. Nice to meet you too, Autumn said, though his gaze lingered on you for a moment too long for Daisuke's liking. Well, you said, sensing slight tension. I should probably get to the bathroom. Daisuke's arm stayed firmly around your waist as you excused yourself. When you pulled away, his fingers lingered just for a second longer, as if reluctant to let go. Once you Once you disappeared down the hall, Daisuke turned back to Autumn, who was fiddling with his drink. So, Autumn began awkwardly, you and listener seem close. Daisuke's lips twitched into a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. We are, he said simply. The conversation didn't go much further. Autumn eventually excused himself to rejoin the party, leaving Daisuke alone in the hallway. After finishing up in the bathroom, you found out Daisuke was waiting for you just outside. His posture was relaxed, but there was something in his expression that you couldn't quite place. Everything okay? You asked as the two of you walked back to the party. He shrugged, his hand slipping onto yours. Yeah, why wouldn't it be? You raised his eyebrow. I don't know, you tell me. You seemed a little tense back there. Daisuke sighed, running a hand through his hair. I don't know what you're talking about. You stopped walking, tugging on his hand to make him face you. Daisuke, you said softly, your gaze reaching his. What's going on? He hesitated, his eyes darting away for a moment before finally relented. I guess I'm not really a fan of that guy, he admitted, his voice barely above a murmur. Your heart softened. Autumn? He's just an old friend, Daisuke, that's all. I know, he said quickly. It's just, I don't know. When I saw his hand on your shoulder, he cut himself off, shaking his head as if embarrassed. You what? You prompted gently. I got jealous, okay? He blurted out, his cheeks flushing a faint pink. It's stupid. I trust you, I do. But seeing someone else that close to you, it just got under my skin. You smiled, stepping closer to him. Daisuke, you said, oh my god, my thing is bugging. Okay. Daisuke, you said, placing a hand on his chest. You don't have to feel that way, because I'm with you. I'm with you because I want to be with you. No one else. His eyes met yours, the tension on his shoulders eased. You're too good to me, he murmured, a small smile tug on your lips. I know, he teased, wrapping your arms around his neck. Sorry. Now can we get back to enjoying the party? Yeah, he said, leaning down to press a quick kiss to your forehead. Let's go. Sorry. The two of you returned to the main room, finding a quieter corner to talk. Wait. Okay, sorry, I thought my mother was going to walk in, so now I have to be a little quieter. The two of you returned to the main room, finding a quieter corner to talk. Daisuke seemed more at ease now, his arms slung casually around your shoulders. As the night wore on, the alcohol in your system loosened and your inhibitions as you found yourself pulling him closer, your lips brushing at his in a lingering kiss. Daisuke responded immediately, his hand settling in your waist as the kiss deepened. The rest of the party seemed to fade into the background. The only thing that mattered was the way his lips moved against yours. Unbeknownst to you, Autumn had wandered back into the room. His eyes landed on the two of you. His expression twisted into something unpleasant. Daisuke, who sensed were sharper than you expected, opened his eyes briefly mid-kiss and caught a sight of Autumn's glare. Without breaking the kiss, he lifted one hand and casually flipped Autumn off, his middle finger silently a declaration of exactly how little he cared about the boy's opinion. He pulled back slightly, breathless and confused. What was that? Nothing, he said, smirking, and he leaned in to kiss you again. Just making a point. With that, the party melted away once more, leaving the two of you in your own little world. Anyways, but yeah, that was it. I might not be posting any more today. Just a little tired. I know it's like 9 in the morning or 9 p.m. I don't know, I just have a very horrid sleep schedule. But with that being said, thank you so much for listening. I know it was a little bit longer than expected. But yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching and good night.